Blackpink's Lisa undoubtedly stands as one of the most powerful figures in K-pop. Nonetheless, her path as a solo artist has encountered numerous obstacles that have led fans to ponder what truly went astray. Lisa's solo journey officially began in 2021 with the launch of her self-titled debut, a release that was greatly anticipated to shake up the industry. However, while the title track achieved commercial success, the overall promotional strategy fell short of expectations, leaving fans ultimately disheartened by the way her solo was handled. Many fans perceived Lisa's debut as hasty, with YG Entertainment not providing her the same level of backing that other Blackpink members received for their solo projects, prompting doubt about whether her solo venture would mirror the success of her Blackpink peers. During that period, several letdown fans highlighted the absence of effective marketing as she received minimal performances and even forewent numerous chances that could have uplifted the endeavor, such as participating in interviews or variety shows, rather than a solo debut for fans to take pride in. Her agency offered them comments such as, "Part of me thinks WG may have spent all their budget on the music video, leaving less for other promotional efforts." Some couldn't help but draw comparisons between her rollout and Jennie's solo endeavor, which received substantial backing from the agency. In contrast, Lisa's debut seemed almost like an afterthought despite her huge global following. Luckily, both Lisa and her supporters pushed through the challenging times, turning it into a project worth celebrating, leading Lisa to embark on her next endeavor, Rockstar. Her eagerly anticipated return kicked off with the Rockstar single on June 27th, 2024. Many wished for a different outcome this time. Lisa had successfully launched her own label Loud, and it appeared that brighter days were ahead for her as fans anticipated greater creative freedom and control over her journey. However, even with the buzz surrounding the release, Rockstar received mixed reviews. Fans generally lauded Lisa's stage presence and charisma in the song, but the track itself didn't seem to cater to everyone's taste. Some believed it missed. The track itself seemed to not appeal to all listeners. Some thought it was missing impact, while others perceived otherwise showcase her entire potential. As Nasunans remarked, "Lisa's fantastic, but this tune isn't quite my vibe and it's better than Lisa, yet I still believe she could deliver something like Cash once more." Although the album did manage to reach global rankings in top 100 and top 200, it didn't achieve the viral phenomenon that some had anticipated, which led fans to turn on her label once again with further grievances. Fans swiftly concluded that this was yet another instance of insufficient promotional activity. As fans indicated, Lisa should have been heavily advertising the song from the very beginning. Now that she has established We Are Loud, why is this occurring once more with Rockstar? This is incredibly disheartening. Some netizens noted that without dance challenges or viral sensations, the song faced difficulties in remaining significant. Many believe that while non-fans initially explored the release, there was nothing to maintain their interest in Lisa afterward due to the absence of continued promotions. But the frustrations didn't end there, as the management of Lisa's solo endeavors took another significant hit when her debut album Alter Ego surfaced merely days ahead of its planned debut in February of this year. Fans were devastated to witness all the effort that went into the album revealed prematurely, particularly when Lisa herself confessed during a live stream that the leak had profoundly impacted her, as she had spent over a year creating the album. Observing this, fans rallied to offer their utmost support, refusing to engage with the leaked tracks and urging others to hold on for the official launch, as comment sections overflowed with compassionate comments like, "I feel so sorry for her, she put in so much effort." Nevertheless, what compounded the situation was the rumor that RCA Records, the label collaborating with Lisa's company Loud, might have had a hand in the incident. Some fans observed that physical copies of Alter Ego had already been discovered in stores prior to the official release date, and given that items were launched early, it would have been simple for anyone to access them and leak the album. This ignited a significant wave of backlash aimed at RCA Records for failing to defend their artist due to their mismanagement. Lisa's company Loud later issued an official statement addressing the concerns, voicing their dissatisfaction regarding the leak and reassuring fans that they were collaborating with RCA to implement suitable measures. However, while the reply recognized the issues fans had been highlighting, not many felt comforted by their assurances, as numerous fans had already been sensing that Lisa had been let down repeatedly. To complicate things further, if the rockstar phase was troubling the release of her album, Alter Ego was even more disconcerting. On the official launch date, February 28th of this year, many fans were left in shock when reports emerged that the album had only sold approximately 30,500 copies on its opening day, a significant decline compared to her debut album Lisa, which had shifted over 330,000 copies in the same period. Considering the fact that Lisa has only increased in fame as a solo performer, many anticipated her sales to rise, not decrease, making it a huge surprise to them to witness such a substantial drop. Unsurprisingly, this ignited fervent debates among fans, as many began to theorize that the dwindling figures were a result of shifts in distribution. Since Lisa parted ways with YG Entertainment, this time her album sales were predominantly declared via her own Loud by RCA Records platform instead of conventional K-pop stores that add to Hunteo chart statistics. This sparked suspicion among some fans that the genuine number of sales was not captured in the official tally, since her private sales perhaps never made it to the charts. Nonetheless, others perceived the drastic decline as a concerning indicator, as many voiced that something was amiss. It was proposed that the authentic solo releases could be to blame, as they ultimately missed the appeal necessary to foster substantial physical album sales, with BLACKPINK's foundational fandom always gravitating more towards streaming and digital platforms instead of tangible acquisitions. However, the challenges have not been restricted to just the music aspect of things. Indeed, her company's choice to promote her song under the general pop genre in Western markets positioned her against prominent artists, something she simply couldn't measure up to. Now fans are questioning if the result could have been altered had Lisa been presented as a vibrant new artist in the West, instead of diving right into major events like the Oscars and the Vanity Fair cover. Besides this, even her merchandise has stirred up debate, intensifying the irritation fans experience, as they believe she isn't receiving the respect she merits. One of the most discussed issues recently has been the design of her newly launched light stick. Initially, fans were thrilled to see Lisa's very own light stick, which has been a long-awaited release that would genuinely affirm her autonomy as a solo artist. Yet, as soon as the star design was unveiled, the feedback was divided. While many appreciated its distinctive style, worries swiftly surfaced regarding its functionality, with the primary concern being the sharp edges. Fans were quick to highlight that the light stick's design may not be safe to take to concerts, with some even speculating that particular venues in the US and UK might go so far as to prohibit it entirely from their locations. One fan even remarked, "Looks dangerous, but I would not want to be next to someone swinging that around. Could end badly." Many ultimately questioned whether the product was carefully considered. Given its purpose in bustling concert settings, the backlash only fueled the ongoing dialogue regarding Lisa's solo journey being mishandled. The light stick served as just another instance of how fans feel she isn't afforded the same level of meticulous planning as other performers do. And just when it appeared that things couldn't take a turn for the worse, Lisa encountered yet another obstacle as official critiques for Alter Ego started rolling in. Fans were astounded when the prominent outlet Pitchfork delivered an excessively critical assessment of the album, giving it an overall score of 5.2 out of 10, and brutally candid remarks about both Lisa and her music. One notably severe comment from the review said Lisa, a member of the record-breaking K-pop girl group BLACKPINK, must demonstrate that she possesses depth without her fellow members. Alter Ego reveals she lacks it. Other criticisms seem to center on the album's absence of inventive risk-taking, with the reviewer asserting that Lisa had played it far too safe and that her strongest tracks were buoyed more by their production than her own artistic influence. The review swiftly went viral, sparking numerous discussions among fans, as some resonated with the critiques, acknowledging that although Lisa was incredibly gifted, the album itself could have explored greater boundaries. One fan commented, "The album's highlights are its production and collaborations, but Lisa doesn't truly stand out in it." Others however, believed the review was unreasonably harsh, accusing Pitchfork of intentionally trying to provoke controversy and cast a negative light on Lisa, especially considering all she has endured. One supporter stated, "That opening paragraph is absolutely ruthless, wow," with others labeling the review as clickbait, insisting that Lisa was being held to unreasonable standards. While negative reviews aren't inherently targeted and everyone is entitled to their own viewpoints, particularly